What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I've got another edition of The Drive-In, where I review recently released movies and tell you guys whether they're worth watching, worth waiting for, or worth skipping altogether. Right now, I'm in the middle of my movie palooza, where I'm doing 5 straight reviews. I'm reviewing 5 films from 2020 and 2019, back to back to back. I'm on number 3 right now. If you guys want to see my review of Becky, or The Boy 2, Brahms The Boy 2. Those are on my channel. This one is going up probably within a week or so. I am doing a 2019 release right now, talking about a pretty much ballyhooed and well-known recent release in the streaming of the horror community called We Summon the Darkness. This is a pretty fun one. I'm going to get right to the credits here, and I'll tell you guys why I really enjoyed this cult satanic thriller. Directed by Mark Myers, written by Alan Trezza. Very interesting name here. A guy I'll be following for a long time because the writer of this script, I really enjoyed some of the dialogue and the writing in this script, and he also wrote another film that I love, another kind of more of a horror comedy called Burying the Ex, directed by Joe Dante. I really enjoyed Burying the Ex a whole lot, and this is the same guy. He's really only got these 2 writing credits. But 2 scripts that I really enjoyed back to back. So I am going to be following Alan Trezza going forward. I really enjoy Alan's stuff here. And this film is starring a bunch of Scream Queens. We got Alexandra Daddario, Amy Forsyth, Maddie Hasson, and Johnny Knoxville. So a pretty beloved cast here. Daddario's been in several things. I think she was in Burying the Ex, possibly. I know she was in one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres as well. Amy Forsyth was recently in one of the Channel Zero seasons. She was also in Hellfest. So we've got 2 really beautiful, budding horror scream queens in this film. Maddie Hasson really also found a way to shine in this. I had not heard of her before, but she did a really nice job here as well. And Johnny Knoxville, who you guys all might know from more comedic undertones. This film, essentially, the story is 3 girls are driving on a long road trip to go to a rock concert, and in the process they come across a group of 3 guys who they bond with at this concert, and in the meantime there is a satanic style pandemic going around where there are a bunch of killings happening in this town in the name of apparently Satan worshippers. So it's got this cult-like metal feel, which has kind of become a horror subgenre over the last couple of years in the theme of like Devil's Candy and Deathgasm and stuff like that, where it can be hit or miss, but it really showcases the metal, the hardcore music, the soundtrack, along with the gory murder. There was a lot of gore in this film, and that's one of the big highlights. All in all, I love the location and I love the way it was shot. Cinematography was solid all the way through. It was shot. The girls basically go back with the guys from the concert. They decide to keep the party going. They're on a bender, so they keep the party going. They go back to one of the girls' parents' houses, and so they're in this really nice secluded cabin where the nearest neighbor is a mile and a half away. But they're in this beautiful cabin where it makes for nice scenery, but it's also secluded, which is always a favorite of mine. You guys know I love secluded locations in horror. There's also a bunch of woods, which I also love. So location's nice. It's shot pretty cleanly. Looks pretty good. Sound design is really cool. There's a lot of good music in this that really kind of even shines in the later stages too. It's not just for building tension, but also really turns up when the script turns up. This could be considered a bit of a slow burn in terms of the horror aspect of it. There's not much in the way of the thriller for the first maybe half of the movie, 2/3 of the movie. I didn't think that it drug personally because, again, I like the way the script was written. I really enjoy Alan Trezza's work. I think it was written where the chemistry of the characters was nice. You could tell the guys were just drinking, hanging out with cute girls. They just want to go back with the ladies and party. They had chemistry. They're kind of teasing each other and having a good time being metalheads. The 3 girls had great chemistry. They were together for a lot of the film. Alexandra Daddario's character was kind of the leader. She was the obvious personality. She was kind of the main King Kahuna of the group, so to speak. We had Maddie Hasson, who was kind of the partier, boy-friendly, drink-friendly, just want to have a good time. Had a bladder problem for some reason. They put that in there. But she was kind of your cute blonde party girl. And then you had Amy Forsyth, who was kind of the shy, bashful one, who was a little more quiet, a little more reserved and a little more anxious about the situation that was unfolding. So I can say all in all, the acting was very strong. All the chemistry was good. The dialogue was good. The location was good. And even though it's a bit of a slow burn as far as the tension, the soundtrack's good. And I think all in all, it really picks up in that third act. I think everything is strong. And even while you're waiting for stuff to happen, the dialogue and the party atmosphere are fun. So you're not thinking about the runtime, even though it only runs 90 minutes. I don't think it lags at all, even though it builds to a bigger crescendo. So that is the end of my non-spoiler portion of the review for why I really enjoyed it. It was a simple, fun time. It wasn't super overthought. It wasn't really convoluted, but it was a nice metal slasher, really good gore, really good score, really good acting with a lot of fun scream queens who are easy to look at. I'm going to give this film overall a 7 out of 10. Now, for those of you guys that have seen it or don't mind the spoilers, I'm going to get into the spoiler portion of this review as to why I enjoyed it. 7 out of 10 for those of you guys that are taking off now. But for spoilers, basically, it's kind of what you think it is. The twist is kind of obvious. The whole time you think the guys are going to creep on the girls. The girls bring the guys back to the house, and they seem like they're partiers, and you think they're going to take advantage of the girls. In reality, the girls drug the guys because they're all in this Jesus cult, basically, where the story comes out. They drug the guys, tie them up, and they're about to kill them. And the whole plot is all of these murders that are taking place across the country are basically because these three girls and a bunch of other girls are in this Daughters of Jesus kind of cult where they're killing supposed Satanists, people who look like they love rock music and they love Satan. They're killing Satanists in the name of Jesus, and they're making it look like it was other Satanists. So they're trying to drive people to Jesus by killing people in the name of Satan. So it's kind of a religious thing. The overtones are a little heavy. The religion's a little kind of meh. But another twist that comes in is Johnny Knoxville's character, who's this preacher that's preaching for peace and love and preaching against Satan, actually is the father of Alexandra Daddario, the main character. So he comes in at the end to kind of help them and save the day for them, but also then gets upset that they spoiled things, that things go awry, a cop dies, the mom character dies. So he comes in thinking he's going to help them, realizes how much they've screwed up and how much this cult is going to get him in trouble. So then he tries to kill the daughter, which then leaves our sole survivor, Amy Forsyth, who decides that she is too timid and too scared and doesn't want to be doing this, realizes that it's wrong, tries to help the guys get out. The guys, mostly except for one, still die anyway, but she winds up turning on them, being good, takes out the dad, and then kills Alexandra Daddario's character. So you got a lot of like father-daughter stuff too. You got a lot of like familial reasons. The father kind of was the cult leader who manipulated them, and then Alexandra Daddario's character manipulated the other girls into joining them. So they've got this father-daughter thing going, where each person that's in control is manipulating groups below them as well. So it's got a nice cult feel to it. Again, the ending is a little kind of, it's kind of random for her to turn, for Amy Forsyth to turn the way she did, and it's kind of random for the father to try and eventually kill the daughter because he's mad at her for ruining the plans. So there's some stuff that's a little ham-fisted. The religion's kind of thrown in there. Being set in the 80s, kind of for no reason, are always thrown in there as well, just to be part of the whole hair band, metal band era, so the time period just kind of wants to be 80s and wants to be nostalgic, so that's a little thrown in there. So there are a couple things that are a little bit, sorry I just jumped, I heard a background noise. There are a couple things that are a little thrown in there, but overall, I still think it doesn't detract too hard from the story, and I like the twist they put in at the end. So overall, 7 out of 10. If you guys saw this, what did you think? Tell me in the comments down below. What else would you like to see me review here on The Drive-In? I love We Summon the Darkness. What do you think? I'll see you guys soon.